Sometimes security cameras detect more than we bargained for. They can tell us when someone is at the door, monitor our homes, and make us feel more secure. But what do we do when our security cameras confirm we aren't alone? So in this video, we are looking at top 5 ghost sightings caught on camera. Let's start. Number 5. Now of all the sightings on this list, catching a ghost in a cemetery seems to make the most sense, because that's probably where you think most fears will be hanging out, as well as when you are in the most haunted city in America. You can be surprised to catch one on video. Jesse accidentally stumbled on a ghost in a cemetery in Savannah. George's strange behavior left him really freaked out. The figure is blurry and really far away, but it looks like the figure of a child, supposedly chasing a woman through the graves. It stops just long enough to leap onto a tree that's nearby, but when it drops down from the branches, it completely vanishes. The video failed to convince a lot of skeptics, but Jesse has maintained a stance that it couldn't be faked, as he borrowed the camera and barely even knew how to use it. Also, the video is from way back in 2008, when editing software was much less advanced thing, so doctoring the footage will be even harder. Either way, the encounter itself is pretty terrifying, making video more than worthy of a place. Number 4. On the list of scariest places to see, ghost hospitals and asylums are always at the top, because so many shady things might have happened there in the past. This hospital in Honduras is no different, because apparently had a doctor that killed himself in the building and a spirit that hasn't wanted to leave. Since the footage is pretty simple, but you can see the shadow of the doctor step out from behind the door at the end of a corridor. It basically hovers there between the stretchers. Apparently this spends the rest of his time turning the lights on and off in rooms where patients are staying, as though even though he's dead, he still feels the need to take care of his sick. After the story came to light, hundreds of people attempted to go there and find the ghosts at the hospital, which led to staff trying to get the footage was taken down. However, even though plenty of people feel brave enough to go and hunt to see a doctor down, seeing him appear and disappear suddenly is really terrifying. What would you do when you go looking for trouble, or stay well away? Let me know in the comments down below. Number 3. Now out of all the different kinds of ghosts made famous in horror movies, the ghosts of children are always the most frightening. I mean, you can't really blame this guy for freaking out when he came face to face with one in this clip from China. The guy is just riding along when he almost crashes into it. Looks like a young kid. The child is standing in the middle of the road with his hands up, and it looks for sure like he's gonna get hit, but just as the bike should have made contact, he vanishes into thin air understandably. The guy is really freaked out. He even got off his bike to look around, as if he can't believe what just happened. But that's not the scariest bit. While he's staring at the place where the kid should be, he reappears again, this time looking straight at the bike with what looks like an arm in the air. The biker does exactly what any other sensible person would have done in that situation, and he runs away, even leaving his bike in his panic. What's crazy is the child is already gone. One thing's for sure, it might make him rethink riding down dark roads in the future. Number 2. Traffic in Mexico City can get pretty crazy at times, but this might be the first time it's gone truly supernatural. It seems like a normal intersection at first, until the figure of a woman appears just in front of a passing car. The girl is dressed in white and has long dark hair, and doesn't even flinch when the car goes straight through her. One news site declared that the footage was a promotion for a Day of the Dead celebration, but apparently she's a legendary ghost who drowned both her children and herself when she learned her husband had left her for his younger lover. When she reached heaven, she was told she couldn't enter until her children were found, and now she's cursed to wander the earth until she finds them again. Whether it's her or not, I can't say, but the footage is still chilling, especially the way she just stares at the car as it speeds towards her. That driver is probably gonna drive a lot more carefully from now on, if he's brave enough to drive at all. Number 1. All the hotels have stories about their guests and crazy things, but what this hotel had to deal with was weirder than most. Security was called a hotel in Illinois where screams are heard coming from a room, but it was discovered that no one had checked in to stay there. The room had to be empty, but the screams are still happening, and they scare people so much of the staff resorted to calling the police. What's worse is that when the security guard went inside, he found the room totally destroyed, but with no sign of who did it. The shower was running, the carpet was ripped up, and all the furniture was upside down. But the creepiest thing of all happened when the guard walked away. As he leaves, you can see something sort of like glide out of the room and follow him down the hall, as if it's not happy to have been disturbed. It's sure that the shadow could have just been a trick of the light. but it looks really human, and watching us silently following him is kind of terrifying. Whatever it was and whatever it wanted, it was probably one guest the hotel would rather just forget. Sorry there, the carbons in the shower is on. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for more updates and notifications.